class we are studying about the transducers which are used in audiology. So transducers means something which changes a particular signal into a particular type of a output. We all have mobile phones. In the mobile phones, which are the common transducers? First, when you are talking like this, the transducer which changes the signal into speech is the loudspeaker. Second, transducer is the headphone. Third, transducer is the headphones. The fourth transducer, when you people don't want your mobile phones to be heard, you keep it in the pocket. Vibration. So these are the different transducers which change the signal which come into the mobile phone. Similarly, when an audiologist is into work and he checks the hearing of a person, he tries finding out the type of hearing loss and the degree of hearing loss. To find the degree of hearing loss, he needs to give sounds at different intensities through the air conduction mode. So we should be having different transducers to give sounds to the different intensities to the air conduction. The second part which an audiologist does is finds the type of hearing loss. Type is conductive, mixed, sensory neural. Now, to find the type of hearing loss, we need to know the bone conduction. So the BC thresholds. For the BC thresholds, vibration is required. So we need to have a vibrator as well. So the total number of total types of transducers which are required in audiology is through air conduction and through bone conduction. That means through air conduction vibration and through bone conduction vibration. The second part is that even if you have these transducers, can everybody do the modified Huebsen and Westlake procedure of pure tone audiometry, sitting and raising fingers? No. Children below 5 years of age require play audiometry to be done. So it may happen that the sound is either given through the hand or through a loudspeaker. So we need to have a loudspeaker as well apart from the headphones which are there. Correct? Because behavior observation audiometry, play audiometry, condition response audiometry, these VRA, these all may be requiring the child to respond to alternate means other than the modified Huebsen and Westlake procedure. Correct? So if you see like this, then the total number of transducers which can fix into an audiometer is air conduction. Let us say the first is the insert earphones. The second is the supraoral headphones. The third is the circumoral headphone which covers the ear like this. Supraoral is this much. The fourth is the loudspeakers. The fifth is the bone conduction vibrator. 5 types of transducers to be used. What is the difference between these 4 types of air conduction transducers? The first is that we have to find the type and degree of hearing loss for both the ears separately. So the loudspeaker, what happens? Automatically it crosses, we cannot find both the ears separately. Correct? So it is only used for conditioning audiometry or play audiometry type of a thing. Both the ears cannot be done. So we go to the next one, let us say. This is known as a circumoral headphone. Circum means goes across the headphones like this. What are the advantages? It covers the ear completely. So if you are going to a streaming camp or some other place, it's a very good one because it tolerates noise. Second thing is that the high frequency tones can be given better in this. Clear? So these two are happening. Then if you go to the supraoral headphones which are most commonly used, then what happens? You can place them on the ears, easy to be operated, but has difficulty especially in young children, as well as the noise protection is not that good. So you have to do it in a sound treated room. Furthermore, circumoral headphones touch your ears this much and your skull. Supraoral this much. So based upon the area of contact with your ear and skull, the amount of sound which passes through the skull also differs. More the contact, more the sound passes from one cochlea to the other cochlea. So again, distinguishing between both the ears also becomes a challenge when headphones are supra and circum. So the interaural attenuation is a factor. It is 40 decibel for supraaural headphones. When it comes to insert phones, it just goes inside the ears. So the area of contact is very less. Vibrations don't get transmitted easily. So the interaural attenuation is high, as high as 70 decibels. That means in this ear, if I have the headphone, if I give 70 decibel of sound, 0 dB HL comes to this ear. But if I have a supraaural headphone, I give 40 decibel of sound, it reaches the other ear. So separating both the ears is easier in insert phones, and it avoids masking situations many a times. So finding out both the ears separately is much more advantageous in insert phones because the IA is high. But because the insert phones are inside, in case of mid-ear perforation in other cases, the threshold may be lower and it should be avoided in those cases. Correct? So these are the air conduction headphones. Air conduction transducer. Bone conduction transducers, the vibration is directly into the mastoid. So the IA would be 0. It transmits into both the ears simultaneously. So what are the implications of it? If you see this, and if you put a supraaural headphone here, give a sound, as it goes 40 decibel, the sound reaches the other cochlea. So above 40 decibel, chances of crossover and cross hearing are there. So you cannot separate both the ears. Masking is required. But if you put an insert phone, then an IA of 70 decibel is there. So if you give a 70 decibel sound, then it reaches the other ear, but may not be touching the other ear. Above 70 decibel, it may be touching. So masking is required beyond it. So I gave an example that if this ear is having 90 dB HL of hearing threshold in 1 kHz, and this is having 40 dB HL of hearing thresholds in 1 kHz. If I give a sound through the supraaural headphone, then this 90 dB actually will be reaching by how much into this the other ear? 90 minus 40. So 60 decibel is reaching here. So this is already above 40 decibel. So cross hearing will happen. So you have to do masking. But if you are using an insert phone in this case, then how much sound is lost? 70 decibel sound is lost. So 90 dB sound, 70 decibel sound is lost. So 20 dB is reaching here. This is 40 dB, which is above the threshold. So you don't need masking, you can easily do pure tone audiometry. So you should be knowing how to use the transducers where. Correct? Thank you.